Super middleweights in action now, and Genadij Krajevskij it is who makes his way to the ring. The Lithuanian who's based in Liverpool, 36-year-old, who's been in with plenty of unbeaten prospects. 41 of his 70 opponents so far have been unbeaten. 15 of them have been debutants as well, so he's used to meeting the up-and-comers, the potential would-be stars, and rarely stopped.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent to the ring, Taylor Jordan.
Well, I bet Taylor Jordan is smiling inside about simply being back, gloved up and ready to box and fight as a professional. It's been a long journey, 9 years he's been out of the ring. Life simply getting in the way or getting on with it. And here he is, scratching an itch and doing back to what he's always wanted to do, and that is be a fighter and box professionally. After a bit of a hiatus, he is back. Taylor Jordan, at the age of 30. Last time we saw him was as a fresh-faced 21-year-old, 2 divisions lighter. Now he's up at super middleweight and looking to work his way sharply back into title contention. He's 6 years younger than Krajevskij, and he's got the slight advantage, as you can see, in both height and a 4-inch reach advantage as well. I bet he's just bursting to get on with it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds in the super middleweight division. This bout is brought to you by Johnny Clark of Top Tier Boxing and their proud sponsors, by Insulations, Think Green Partners, Synergy Direct, and Triple Solar. This bout is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control, your timekeeper at the bell, John Smith, and the third man in charge of the action in the ring, referee Sean McAvoy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, he's wearing the black trunks. His official weight of 12 stone 5 pounds, hailing from Liverpool, England's United Kingdom, Genadij Krajevskij. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, he's also wearing the black trunks. His official weight of 12 stones 4 pounds. He is undefeated with 3 wins, and one of those wins coming by way of knockout. Hailing from Dagenham, Essex, England's United Kingdom, introducing Taylor Jordan!
Okay, lads, 4-round contest. Keep it in all time, keep out protect all time. Touch gloves, here we go. Good luck, lads.
Here we go then, scheduled for 4 this one. Taylor Jordan returning to action after a long break. Plenty of amateur experience that started at the Dagenham boxing gym. Alongside Ian Chugwidden, who's actually part of his corner team tonight. Will Jones in there as well. Don't think you had layoffs quite like this, George, but he'd be absolutely buzzing to get back on with it.
Yeah, absolutely. The only layoff I had at this length is the one I'm currently on now, Alex. But yeah, it must be an amazing feeling to be back in the ring. He's a big super middleweight, is Jordan, and no doubt he want to be making up for lost time.
Oh, landed a nice quick 1-2, and he had Krajevskij cowering there, and he's not easily budged, Krajevskij. He's not regularly stopped on this scene.
No, he isn't. He knows how to look after himself. And he does like to throw a bit back too, but he rarely ventures beyond 4 rounds, which is sensible for him, I think. When you're boxing out the away corner, you need to be crafty about things, about what you agree to in terms of fight duration as well as all sorts of other things. He was actually supposed to fight in February, Taylor Jordan. I spoke to him ahead of that one and he was itching to get back in, so that would have been really, really disappointing.
The right hand is working beautifully and heavy and sharp for him through the first minute or so. Yeah, they were trying to get him on that bill in February, but the paperwork couldn't quite be rushed through in time. All the medicals and all the necessaries that need to be cleared with the British Boxing Board of Control. So it didn't quite work out, but I think that's probably been a blessing in disguise for him. He's given him an extra couple of months to get in shape. He's actually only really been training since last autumn. He had plenty of weight to shift and to get back into it. But tell you what, he's not forgotten how to throw a right hand, George.
No, that one went in, that one landed as well. He's finding a home for it. It's a really good shot for him. To be a little bit careful. After he's landed, his chin just a little bit exposed. He's pulling out a little high. And Krajevskij he's still there. He's still looking to punch back. But his left hand is not covering that right hand thrown by Jordan.
He's happy to stay in the pocket after he's let loose with that right hand. Just clipped by return fire there, Taylor Jordan. And that's better, putting his combinations together. And off the right hand, there was a beautiful left hook thrown by Jordan. Just starting to see some of that amateur seasoning from him. Little nod from Jordan at the end of that one, but I think all things considered, that was a pretty sharp return to action.
It really was. He looked very at home right from the start. It's almost like a second debut, this, isn't it, really, given how long he's been out. And you could forgive him if there were some nerves, but I don't think there are any. Speaking to him about that layoff, I think it was the famous old wine, women and song that intervened, basically. He wasn't really ready for it. I don't think the life of a pro boxer, he admits that, and I don't think he intended to be away for quite as long as he has been. But at 30, he's still got time, hasn't he, to realise some ambitions?
Absolutely. And I suppose it's going to be a juggling act for his team and for Johnny Clark promoting him to get the right blend between, you know, fast tracking him, wants to be on the cusp of titles sooner rather than later, and getting the right experience. I mean, you're only having your fourth pro fight. There's still boxes to be ticked, George, isn't there, obviously?
No, yeah, absolutely. And some of the boxes he'll be facing tonight. So, sharp start from Jordan in this second round. Nice tight guard.
Well, the right hand's been landing well. That's more like it. One to the body, bit of variety from him.
He just sinks into his legs and turns that right hand over nicely, doesn't he? He didn't quite do it there, but a couple of times he's really done it. He's just sat in his legs and hit Krajevskij hard with it.
That jab can be a weapon. That's a really powerful thudding jab. Again, naturally looking for the right hand, Jordan. Clipped again with a return shot from Krajevskij. I always think one of the hardest things for any young prospect is, oh, there's a big right hand, and another one. That was heavier, and there's an uppercut just starting to put some heavy shots together there. That was a lovely sequence from Jordan. But any young prospect, George, finding your own style is part of the battle, isn't it, as a prospect?
Yeah, he showed a little bit of inexperience there. I thought Jordan sort of let his man off the hook, let him hold, let him work, and then almost just came out without protecting himself. Could have got caught there. Don't want to switch off at all in this fight. Try and build from that shot that he landed earlier on. It looked like it had an effect on the Baltic bomb.
It did, didn't it? That second right hand, hit him with the long right hand, and then again just really just planted his feet, punched a bit shorter, and definitely got a reaction from him.
Yeah, the way some of these shots land, he does look quite heavy-handed, Jordan. No, just the one stoppage last time we saw him, but as I say, he was campaigning around light middle essentially. And again, an unnecessary cheap shot at the end of the round, so maybe tighten up the defences, but otherwise he's looking good. He did say a few weeks ago that he has a newfound love and respect for boxing that he probably didn't have as a young fighter in his early 20s.
I think also, guys, the opportunity to be a professional boxer is very different now than it was 9-10 years ago. Like 9-10 years ago, there wasn't as many pro shows for you to fight on. There wasn't as many opportunities. There wasn't as many major promoters. There wasn't as many TV networks backing boxing. So there's more opportunity for guys to have a run at the pro game, and they might take a year or two or a couple of big fights before they break. It's almost easier than it would have been years before.
He does land the right hand beautifully. He's clipped him again. He threw a terrific right hand to the body. I think with his style, he's going to be in good fights, this fella, I tell you, because he gets clipped from time to time. He wants to stay in the pocket, so he's in range to throw his big shots. One way or another, if this is his style, if this is teasing us with what we're going to see in the coming months, then he's going to be great to watch.
He's got a very relaxed style, and he punches very relaxed, which is good.
Big right hand. That just forced a stutter and a stagger. Lovely uppercut gets through as well. And then there's a left hook, and he's following it up with a huge sequence of shots. Lovely uppercut, and another big right hand goes through. And the crowd have come to see him, local crowd too in these parts, on their feet. Can he get the big finish? He's got a minute to go, still plenty of time.
Yeah, he's just got to pick out that shot.
He does put those big shots together well, Andy, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, he does. Krajevskij did well there, you know, though, because he was really in trouble, and then he just threw back at the right time, managed to move in and grab hold of him and just about keep hold of him for about 10 or 15 seconds, because when you go through that kind of passage, right in the middle of a round, you're a long way out from shore there. Be quite impressive if he gets through to the end of the round here, Krajevskij. I think he will, but he's needed all his experience if he does.
Yeah, a couple of sequence of huge shots getting through there in this third round. Right to the body, a clubbing shot won't help Krajevskij at all. As Andy said, he might just have ridden the storm. I don't think he's going to count that, the referee. No, it did look, there was a shot, but it did look like he stumbled to the floor rather than was put there.
He's shaken though, isn't he? Because there was a decent shot that landed, then I think the feet did collide, so I can understand why the referee didn't give it, but he's in trouble.
Keeps looking for that right uppercut, Jordan. He's not quite been able to land it. There's just a little bit of a stutter and stagger there from Krajevskij at the end of that round. He sticks his tongue out and there's a wild look on his face. He was hurt a couple of times, but he managed to weather the storm. That was a big round for Jordan, big round.
It was, and he sustained the pressure there too, didn't he? Because he got him going towards the start of the round, and then in the middle of the round, and then again towards the end of the round. And George mentioned that he's got good economy, hasn't he? He just slides those shots out, doesn't really load up. Punching doesn't seem to take all that much out of him.
wonder if Taylor Jordan's just a completely different fighter, this older version of him, compared to what he might have been at a lower weight, say a decade ago, but good to watch. Into the final round then. And of course, Krajevskij wants to hear the final bell. He wants to work, get paid. Doesn't want to be suspended and out of work for a few weeks, thanks to a stoppage. So, and Jordan, well, that's what he wants.
Well, he also doesn't want to be taking any other heavy shots, and he doesn't want to get hurt. I think he has a nice relaxed style, the Baltic Bomb. He's flowing, but when he does get caught with that relaxed style, it doesn't serve him well, especially when Jordan catches him at the end of the shot with that right hand, like he did there just above the ear.
Oh, there's another right hand. I like the way he set it up with the left hook to start. So he's thinking what he's doing here, Jordan. Starting to put his foot down. There's been a lot of menace in the last couple of rounds from him, and good to see him picking up the pace and intensity of the fight as it progresses.
Well, he's intent on the shots now, so it's gone from being relaxed and throwing loose, which is great, but just a little bit more whip on them shots. They're the shots that are going to score you the knockout if they land.
I love this from Krajevskij though. It's like he's decided in this final round that attack is the best form of defence, because he's put plenty into that opening minute. I did wonder whether he was going to go hard for the first minute, then try and cover up, having given Jordan something to think about, but he's continuing to punch with him.
It's why Krajevskij's name is in the little promoter's, matchmaker's black book, isn't it? Because he will do a bit of both. Again, that right uppercut, he's been looking for it continually, Jordan. It's not quite worked out for him so far. Oh, that's a cracker. Whipped in a left hook to the body. That was a cracker. They're looking strong at super middleweight, Taylor Jordan, on his comeback. Manages to push his man off. Little wild, little reckless in that exchange. And Krajevskij buying himself some time, engaging the clinch. Any means will do for a Krajevskij. And quite right too.
He's really earned his money here, Krajevskij, hasn't he? He's given Jordan a proper fight here. Jordan's dominated, but this is a really good fight to have after such a long time out.
Absolutely. Physical and gone the distance, landed some big shots, looked good along the way, clipped a few times as well, just to remind him that this is the hurt business. But as comebacks go, not too bad at all.
No, really good. I think he'd be very happy with this performance, Jordan. Comfortable win, some really good work, and yeah, a live opponent to an extent. Not someone who's there to get beaten up and roll over. So yeah, four good solid rounds for him. See, I think that was the feet coming together there. I think that would have been a little bit harsh. That was scored as a knockdown.
And who knows, the way Johnny Clark's putting these shows together, he could easily be pinned up against a 4-0, 5-1 opponent in the next few months. Either way, Andy's going to be fun to watch. We'll get Andy's thoughts in just a sec. Let's get confirmation of it with Huss.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of boxing, we go to the referee scorecard. Referee Sean McAvoy scores the bout 40-36. And your winner, Taylor Jordan!
Taylor Jordan wins comprehensively and shows quite a bit of what he's about. It's good to watch, Andy.
Yeah, he is. He is. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I expect we'll see him again, maybe on the next show. He'll want to box as many times this year as he possibly can, get that sharpness, get that momentum behind him. You can't move him too quick because it is a very competitive division. But at the same time, I don't think he'll want to mess around. I don't think he'll want to hang around too much. He'll want a good competitive 50-50 fight that puts the fear in him, I would say, sooner rather than later.
He'll be literally saying to Johnny Clark there on the left, he'll be saying to him, hands up, I'll come back in June, no problem. Next show, next top tier show in the summer for Johnny Clark. He said beforehand he wanted to fight 4 times in 2024. Well, he's out in April, June, September, December. It's entirely feasible that he'll get his wish if he can squeeze himself a slot. But just being back is the most important thing. Just winning, that is also important. Welcome back, Taylor Jordan. Let's hear from him now.
Tiring. No, it's good. I enjoyed it. I felt a little bit flat. My legs felt a bit dead, but tonight was just about me, Will, and Ian all said, just go and enjoy it. You know, first one back, been a long time out. Just go get the rounds in. Tried to get him out there a couple of times, but he was tough.
It certainly looked like you were enjoying yourself in there. You came out firing from the opening bell. Did you feel like you had any rust in there?
Yeah, for sure. It's been a long, long time. I've been getting some good rounds in the gym, but it's never the same as fight night, is it? So, but as I said, tonight was just about getting the feel for it again, and we'll go again in June.
What is the plan for you going forward? Presumably to be more active.
Yeah, 100%. I want like 4 fights this year. Obviously, that being the first one. Just keep pushing, see where we can go before I get too old.
A final word to the army of fans who are here cheering you on tonight.
Just a massive, massive appreciation for everyone that bought tickets to come out to watch me tonight. Is much appreciated. And my little girl asked me before I left if it was going to be on telly that I could say her name. So hello, Evie, Bella, and Jessie.
Well, it's great to have you back. Great performance. Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.